Right.
The first time.
Let's go.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Oh, I guess I got it. Yeah, I didn't hit it on here.
First time. Where's first timers?
Fucking this up.
You didn't know. Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome.
Let's really hope that this is recording. Do you think that our microphones could get any bigger?
I would hope so. I like a big mic.
Me too.
When I speak into it, I like it to be large.
Right. I want to see what I'm looking at.
Exactly. I need to get to know it.
Right. To feel it. I don't know.
I don't know what this is.
I feel like I should.
Sorry.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome. This is our first long time coming episode of JNS Knows Best.
We did that without even practicing.
I know.
That was good.
That's why we're doing this, because
Exactly.
we're vibing, we're good energy. It was just meant to be.
We're vibe.
We talked about doing a YouTube in...
That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't. We're gonna now, but I mean, we're also doing a podcast, so...
Yes. But how long ago was that? Like, really?
Well, we met in 2013.
Okay.
2013?
I think so.
Okay.
I didn't have kids.
Right.
Right before. 2013, 2014. Yeah. Right before I had kids. So.
We need a little time to create a bond,
Yeah.
a friendship.
Just a little bit. It took some time.
Yeah. So 2015, maybe?
It's probably 15, 16. We were like, let's do
do this. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah.
It only took us.
Oh, damn it.
That'd be Bert. That'd be how we met.
That would be how we met, which is a great story. To start, I'm Sarah.
I'm Jennifer.
We both work at the same place
Mm-hmm.
and have for...
I think I'm 19. No, I can't be 19 years.
I was like, you about to retire?
I might be though. It might be 19 years. Cause I work in a branch.
Well, what year did you start the branch?
I don't know. I think like 2006.
The math. Wait. Maybe it is almost 19 years.
Yeah. Next year? Oh no. So 17. It's been a long time. It's like 17 or 18 years.
Wow. This will be my 13th year, and that's because I started in 2005, but I left twice, and now I'm back. And now actually would probably be a really great time to leave, but I'm stuck. So I played myself not once, but twice. So if you're watching this and you are somebody that felt like I should have never left, here's your validation. So I feel like it's pretty obvious why we started the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
why would you not want to listen to us?
We're hilarious. Great insight.
Hello.
Two bad bitches from corporate America. Just out here multitasking.
What?
Doing for us and for the good corporate lord.
Yes. Sending teams messages. What?
Right. Avoiding calls. Don't call me.
What? We're doing
recording.
a podcast. We're recording.
Right.
You messed up our audio.
And I want to be
You
clear.
see this tiny mic? You have tiny mics. Don't call.
Yeah, don't call me. And if anyone's watching this and saw that, this is legally, you can't use this to show we weren't working. You don't know what this is.
Legally. It's actually a law.
We will contact our attorneys.
We'll prosecute you to the fullest.
And you don't want to go to jail.
No,
so mind your business.
Mind it. Relax.
Thank you. Yeah, settle down. Your life. Just like whoever's calling.
Right.
Anyhow.
Yes. Let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Just give you, what the vibe of the podcast is going to be.
Yeah.
And we kind of felt like, being that we're sitting in Baltimore right now, we both live in Baltimore proper.
Mm-hmm.
That we have to talk about the Ravens, and it was a sad day.
Ooh, very sad day. Sad.
I literally was like, I didn't watch the whole game. I stopped at halftime. I was like, I'm going to throw up if I watch it. I was sick.
Yeah, it was definitely a bad feeling in the pit of your stomach. I started actually after halftime watching because I was busy before. And, for me, I'm not a huge football person. Like, kind of like, yeah, I support the Ravens, you know, happy when they win, whatever the case, but I feel like when you get to this point, now I'm pumped.
Right.
You know, I'm yelling at the TV. I was home alone at the time, but I'm like, oh, she's a football girl. I'm clearly in my football era, but my yelling was for nothing.
Right.
Because we lost.
And it kind of felt like this was our year. Like, even the losses we had. So, I am a football girl. I'm going to watch football every Sunday. Not too much college football, but I will watch it. But, you know, I'm going to watch football no matter if it's the Ravens or not. So, it just kind of felt like even our losses this year weren't like, it was like, we should have won that. It was bad coaching, or it was just something dumb. Like, it wasn't like we were beating ourselves almost. Nobody was really better than us. And leading up to it, so what was the game before Miami? Who did we play? I forget who we played before Miami, but it was somebody like that. They were like, they're not gonna beat them. Oh no, it was Miami. So they're like, you're not gonna beat Miami. We beat Miami, we crushed them. Then we played San Francisco. You're not gonna beat San Francisco. Crushed them. Then we played Chicago. Second half, you know, really stepped up. So it was like, we were like, yo, everybody was like, we're gonna win. Like, nobody thought that we were gonna lose. So I felt like it was so much amped, and Lamar was just being Lamar. That was just, it was too much. Like, going into it, I was like, I don't like how people are talking. They're praising us too much. Like, I felt like it was too much praise. I was nervous, and that's just my own projection.
Yeah,
I was like, it's too much.
Yeah.
And then to come out and play so poorly, like, and then we didn't play like that all season.
Yeah.
That was what was devastating. I was just like,
it hurts.
It hurt.
And I feel like for someone who particularly understands what's happening, I can recognize what's good and what's probably not good. But I couldn't explain the exact thing. But I'm like, that didn't feel right. I was texting my sister at the time. I was like, she's like, yeah, that was no good. That was this or that. I'm like, no, but where did you learn football? Like, we grew up together. I'm confused. When did you take the time? Anyhow,
that's another episode
for sure. But yeah, so it just, I feel like the big thing too was the fact that it was a home game.
Oh yeah.
And that hadn't happened since what, like the 70s?
Yeah, it was crazy. So home AFC, you know, championship game, and then just to lose, no touchdown scored in the second half of those two teams. Like, you expected the score to be like 34.
That is another familiar sound. We're not sure what it is though.
And we're not going to find out.
And we're going to keep ignoring it and talking about what we're talking about, which, yes, exactly. I feel like for as good as they played, they did not play to the level they could have.
Right.
And I know it's probably easy to blame a lot on the refs, which I feel like people did. And there were, I feel like, some unfair calls.
See, I missed all that because I was literally sick. I was like, I can't watch second half. I was like, maybe if I don't watch it, they'll win.
Oh, I know. I do that sometimes. Like, I'll play the odds. It'll work. It's going to work.
It's going to work.
Shouldn't have left. I can't actually speak to the calls. I saw them and I was like, that's bullshit. But that's just my own feeling.
Right.
I couldn't tell you why. But I mean, obviously the NFL is money hungry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And there is something that comes along with the Chiefs.
Who would that be?
It's not Andy Reid.
No?
Mm-mm.
Patrick Mahomes. His wife. Brushed out curls.
The coat.
The trench. Carmen Sandiego. That's not that. That's not it.
It's not our girl, Brittany. It's not our girl, by the way.
No, not at all. Let's see. Who else
could it be? Kylie Teller? Who I had to Google. I was like, who is this?
The girl that makes the coats? Who is Kylie Teller?
That girl is the wife of a player on the who makes the coats.
Or San Francisco, right?
Yeah. And the NFL just signed her.
I know. That was the whole thing. Yeah. No. It was the whole thing.
Not awesome.
That's kind of getting into our other topic. But because they were saying there have been many other people who've like done things with jerseys who don't look like this young lady.
Gotcha.
Who didn't get any license. And now all of a sudden, you're getting a license.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder what the difference between her and these other people are.
I could probably take a guess. Because if you colored my hair darker, we might look the same. So that's shit. Especially, I didn't consider that factor.
I saw it on Instagram, it popped up, and I was like, I didn't even think about that. I don't know, you were around when people were wearing, like, jersey dresses. Remember Maya's video, Best of Me? Even though I want to see how you put that thing on me, She had a North Carolina jersey on.
Oh. Like,
Jay-Z was in it?
Mm-mm.
No.
I will watch that video for next time so I can speak on it and the jersey dress.
And then Mariah Carey, it might have been when, like, Jordan was about to retire or something. She had a long Wizards dress on.
Okay.
It was All-Star Game. No? So maybe you could have been too young for that era when girls were wearing jersey dresses. Like, that was a thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
It was a thing. It wasn't very long.
Okay.
But it was a thing.
Yeah.
But no, we're talking, of course, we're talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You can't deny what she brings monetarily. Like, when they show, like, how much more money they make when she's at games, like,
right.
Tickets went up, how much the tickets are just because she's there, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, Taylor said that there was a couple sitting next to him, and the guy he was passed out, honestly. I think he had one too many. But she wasn't watching the game whatsoever. She was just turned around looking in the suite to see Taylor.
Wow.
So
I just don't know if I would do that for anybody. Like, if Beyonce was there, yes, I'm going to look, I'm going to scream, I probably would cry.
Yeah.
But the whole game?
You have that kind of money just to get a glimpse at someone?
Right.
It's free to look through your TV.
Yeah. Very free.
One of my good friends is a huge Swiftie, and I thought maybe she would go to the game.
You thought so?
Yeah.
But she didn't.
She didn't.
Oh, I'm surprised because I thought she was going to go.
Right.
I would have lost that bet.
Yeah, I could see her losing her shit if she was that close.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. It was a sad day. And also, I did not appreciate how they disrespected our man Tucker. Like,
Tuckgate.
Tuckgate.
It's
a gate of tucks.
Don't fucks with tucks. That was the first thing I saw for the day. I was
oh, right. When you went to go, they were talking about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, that doesn't seem very nice. Again, as someone who doesn't understand football, I'm like, okay, is he in the wrong spot? Let me look at it from all angles, which is typically what she does. She loves to look from all angles.
I'm fair.
Like, you're my side or not? That's it.
I am, but I also need you to just look at everything. I'm still on your side, but let's look at. ASMR. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, so I wasn't sure, but that seemed like a shitty thing to do. The way he just like kicked his helmet,
and
it
was very
little stand or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it, and so I guess because I was watching that podcast too, and it does make sense. So kickers always kick from both sides because of the wind. So he was on their side where they were practicing, but I just seemed like they were just in. It was not even cocky. It just felt like they were like just. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Just.
I felt kind of cocky.
Okay.
Yeah, it gave cocky to me, and I hate cockiness. I feel like, okay, sure, you're practicing, but you could do that.
It's ways to do things, yeah.
And I just don't think that was the best way.
Especially to Justin Tucker.
Right.
Of all people.
Yeah.
Like, Justin, he does Roll Farms commercials, and he sings opera.
I mean... Why?
Why would you want to hurt Justin Tucker?
He's an innocent bystander, and look what you did, you little jerk. So, shame on them for acting that way. And to me, the podcast where he was talking about it, I'm like...
Yeah, of course you're going to be like, oh, no.
I also think that could have been handled differently. Like, oh, yeah, like, we were just, like, so focused on winning the game that, like, my energy was off. Like, I kicked it because Justin's interview was so different.
Right. He was just like, no, it was cool. Like, he was very, like, not being an asshole. I feel like he was still being an asshole.
Right. I agree.
It was giving asshole.
Definitely giving asshole. And for
what? You still won.
You're on the defense.
Right.
You don't need to be.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Why are you defensive?
Right. So that was
you
too
were
much.
Wrong. You were wrong.
Yeah, you were. I asked. My husband is a Steelers fan, which I'm only throwing in because I feel like he has a completely like
unbiased
view.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, maybe not completely, because obviously, like, he probably deep down hates the Ravens. Anyhow, I said, tell me how you feel about this, and not simply, I told you that like didn't last long. Not simply just because of like anti-Ravens feeling, but he thought that they were both making too much out of it, and that it wasn't that big of a deal. And if the kicker were anyone else but Justin Tucker, that it wouldn't even be a thing.
Gotcha.
Because
that makes sense.
We love the kicker so much here.
And because he is literally the best kicker of all time.
Right.
So
yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Right. We're gonna stand for him.
Yes.
So
this is an official Justin Tucker stand account.
Yes, it is. Now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just that. So if that were an isolated incident, but I feel like all of the all the stuff that's coming out about Travis Kelce, I say coming out, I'm not talking about it the right way, but I mean, like, he's just been on Front Street because of the whole relationship with Taylor Swift. Obviously, when they're doing good as a football team, but that wouldn't generate nearly as much talk if he wasn't dating Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
So it's like he knows that he's under a mic, and he still chose to do this, which gives me kind of like a I did it because I could.
Question: How much money do you think he is now making because he's dating Taylor Swift? So he had, so we see him on State Farm. So I feel like before he started dating her, the commercials were out, but you didn't see them nearly as much. And then that other commercial that he's with, he doesn't have on a uniform, but it's for something like, it's like I don't know what it's for.
Is it the vaccine?
No, not the vaccine commercial, but it's another one. Like a guy comes up to him and he hugs him like and he's like, are you Travis Kelce? And he's like, yes, but are you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I've seen a couple of those more too, and I'm just like, would these commercials be running as much if he was not dating Taylor Swift?
Right.
Which is a whole enigma in itself, I think, because they don't even seem like they should be a couple. She had crimps when she came to Baltimore. I don't know if you know that.
No, I did. And so she looked like me in middle school.
She's in her middle school era.
Very much. I'm like, bangs. What looked to me like my hair wouldn't air dry like that per se. It would definitely be puffier, but the wavy. I'm like, that's the best we could do.
Yeah, for AFC Championship game.
Yeah, and so then I feel bad talking about her, like, am I not a girl's girl because I'm making this comment, but I thought it. So what's the difference if I'm thinking it and then not saying it? Am I being true? I don't. That's a whole nother debate.
That's a whole nother.
I did see a video of a guy going around at tailgate asking a bunch of guys like, "Hey, what do you think about Taylor Swift?" And that then disgusted me, and I felt bad talking about it because these dudes were like, she's so mid. She's not as hot as Alex Earl, and she's way hotter, and she's dating the dude from Miami. And I'm like, they just literally shit all over her, and I'm like, that's not necessary.
No,
that's really not necessary. I do think she could have rocked a different hairstyle, and I will say that two things. To go back to that video, it drives me nuts because that makes Baltimore look bad. The guy who recorded it picked all these assholes saying really rude things, and it just makes Baltimore really look bad, and that's not necessary because we are a great city. And two, it does drive me crazy, and if you're a Swiftie, I'm sorry, we're probably going to lose you early, except for Kim, that the way they try and guess what she's wearing, if it's her next album, it just... Right.
Everything isn't premeditated, or she's not thinking 20,000 steps ahead.
And if she is...
Good for her. Like, let's figure it out when we see the album cover. Like,
let's wait till then. I honestly think that the Swifties and their obsession, they could probably stand to use a little therapy. And I mean this in the best way. The ones that are just, like, psychotic about everything she does... They have to be the biggest fan. Like, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I liked, whatever song, Lover.
Right.
And they're like, well, did you know that it was written by...
Right.
And it came out on this date, and it's on this album, and she's doing the...
No.
No, because I don't care.
No. And I don't care if something does mean something either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care when she posts something, and this means about her next album, and that's going to be... I don't care about any of her albums.
Right.
No disrespect to her. I'm just not... I don't listen to her music.
Yeah.
But... Even, like, if it's Beyonce, like, I'll when it comes out, I'll be happy. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to listen. I'm going to buy. And all of that. Right. But I don't need to... why am I racking my brain over what I think she's going to do next? She's gonna do it, and then I'm gonna enjoy it.
Work on yourself, and then worry about it when the time comes. Instead of taking everything and pouring it into someone who is never going to know who you are. And God love you. I know yourself, okay? Because Taylor has so many fans, and it's scary sometimes. Like, oh, we stayed up till midnight waiting for the release.
Yeah, no.
So you decided to forego a good night's sleep so you could listen to the entire album, know all the lyrics, and post them with some,
deeper meaning
on your social media.
Right.
How old are they, honey?
How old are they?
34.
34. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You should know better.
Well, I don't know if all the Swifties are 30.
No, I'm just saying.
She has a wide age range.
I know. She has like young girls, like teens. Like Paisley likes Taylor Swift songs.
Which is, that's cool. If I meant the therapy for like the older generation.
Right. No. I'm just saying, if people are 34 and are doing this, then anyone who's over the age of 28 and above. Yeah. If you're putting that much effort into it, you need to sit down.
You got to settle down.
Not even sit down. You need to lay down. You need to lie down on the couch, like official therapy, pillow behind your head.
Close your eyes.
Yeah. That's take me back to.
Take me back.
Let's start there. Let's start there.
Yeah. A little ASMR.
A little ASMR. Take me back to when you first fell in love with Taylor Swift.
Who hurt you, baby?
What era are you in? Yeah. It's a bit much.
It is too much. And, the other thing I think about, too, is... Okay, he's at you're peaking guy. Right. Like, this is really it.
Right.
And then you're going to retire and what? Y'all are going to raise children in Kansas City? Boring. You're in your childbearing era.
I mean, she can perform. What she's doing, she can do that for forever. However, he's not going to last playing football. But I do think he may have a career outside of football. I thought... Prior to them coming to Baltimore, I did like him. So I thought he was funny on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
I do enjoy his commercials. I think he's kind of witty.
Yeah.
He has that little...
Jazz.
Yeah, he's got a little riz. Riz. As the kids would say.
Yes, the kids do say riz.
They say riz. Mm-hmm. So I think outside of football, he will have a career. If that's in broadcasting, if that's in movies, or if it's in something. So I'm not going to be like, what's he going to do after he retires.
Yeah.
But
this period won't last, so enjoy it now. Because
but do you feel like this was, and might not been of your era, might be my era, like when Jay-Z started dating Beyonce, when they were dating, it was like so much surrounding them. Are they together? Are they not? Because I remember, what video was it? Upgrade video, where people thought they weren't together, and then he popped up in the end and like did his verse, and I'm like, oh, they're still together, and yes, like, so it was like, I feel like it may have been the same excitement, but obviously we didn't have social media. Did we even have social media then? I don't know. We might have had Facebook then.
Yeah.
And that was it. But there was no Instagram. There was no TikTok and all that. And people weren't, and he wasn't playing football, which is huge, you know. So, but I feel like that was the kind of excitement around that, that relationship, because it was like, this is our official power couple.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that has stood the test of time, more or less. But I don't remember that, so shame on me for not knowing Jersey dresses.
Is it okay? So we're going to transition to the next one, because I don't know if you don't remember it because of your age or because of your race, and that is the bigger question.
I don't know either. I really don't, because it's not like I didn't, like those things. I just don't remember it. So maybe both. But when we say race, everyone's like, okay, cool. This is not a racist podcast.
Actually, it is.
And when you come down in a white sheet, everybody's like, whoa.
And so,
where'd this go?
This is where we're going now. That's what I take it to.
Yeah, I know. It's glaringly obvious at this point, because if you're watching, you can see that she's referenced two things that I have no reference point for.
No.
Nothing.
Blanks.
Yeah. Shooting full blanks. Jersey dresses and the beginning of Beyonce and Jay-Z.
You really don't remember that?
Maybe I've seen a Jersey dress, but no, I cannot reference the Mariah Carey,
do you
or
know
Beyonce.
Do you know that song, Best of Me?
Not off the top of my head, but maybe if you play it, which we're tied up now with our phones, we can't do.
Wow.
I'm going to listen and I'm going to report back.
Okay. I think that's definitely cultural. Like, you know who Maya is, though, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm like,
Case of the Ex.
Okay.
I think probably most white girls think back to that. They're like, yeah, don't let your ex call you, because we're gonna lose it. Listening in your car, like, but the other song you referenced does not stand out the same way that Case of the Ex does.
Gotcha. Interesting.
And of course, I love Mariah, but
yeah,
me and Mariah, we go back. Like what?
Babies and Pacifiers.
Absolutely.
So she knows one cultural reference. So 1 point for her.
One. I think there's varying
half a
levels.
point because she's mixed.
Yeah. Stripping me of my points, thank you. There's like varying levels, and I could stand to know more, whereas there are people who know less than me.
Okay.
So I think it's a 0.75.
0.75.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
let's be fair.
We'll take it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's obviously like we have a ton in common.
Right.
We literally have a matching tattoo.
We do.
Mm-hmm. But there are probably a lot of things that are different.
Yes.
Naturally.
I would think some would argue though, because some of my friends that are black, like, yo, you have a lot of white friends. I'm like, well, I grew up in Anne Arundel County, where you knew every black person in your school. Yeah. But they were like, no, you didn't know every black person. Everybody in our school was black. Yeah. So I feel like, what's the word? I'm more amiable, maybe, to people on the outside race.
She's amiable to whites, everyone. So if anyone was concerned,
don't be concerned.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I think about too how like you grew up with a full family dynamic. You a great mom who's still out there on these Facebook posts and all these like adorable things. So cute.
Follow my mom on Facebook. She's gonna post a matching staged photo shoot for every holiday. I don't have Facebook, but I follow her on Instagram, and she does post there too. Someone told me our Easter one, I think, looked like Children of the Corn. We had like yellow shirts on.
Oh.
And it was on my screen. They were like, yo, that looks like Children of the Corn. And I'm like, but Faye made us wear these crop top yellow shirts.
Oh God, the crops. They were cropped. Faye loves a crop.
She loves a crop.
She knows how her family looks good, and that's in yellow crop tops for Easter. Nothing says he has risen like a yellow crop.
Like your belly button.
Right. Like, is that your midriff?
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back. Hallelujah.
Right. I hope we're holding, like...
I keep watching the thing.
Hello?
Hello?
Do you know what it means?
I think that's like how loud we are. So like I'm super loud when it gets to there. Oh. Yeah. ASMR.
This better work. You better work. Yeah. Oh, yes. So your family dynamic is just wholesome. Nice family house, nice location, and a little different, right?
One would think they would be opposite, but they're not.
Right. I think it's like the perception.
Right.
I'm like, I got the Bergen fam, the absent daddy. One time a girl said that she's like, oh, you live in the ghetto, when I told her where I live. And then another time I brought a girl to my house and she drove her boyfriend's car and he had a T-top Camaro. She's
This is in Joppa? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Probably not a reference point for everyone, but yeah, Joppatown, where my mom still lives. And she's like, should I put the T-tops in? I'm like, so the weird thing about you saying that is we actually just came to my family's house.
Right.
And you're saying you're scared without saying you're scared.
Right.
I don't know. So it's just...
That's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Did she put the T-tops in?
She sure did.
Okay.
She put them in. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Whatever.
Good.
Yeah. Hope she's well.
Oh, she still has her boyfriend's T-tops.
T-tops. They're married now.
Oh, good for them. High school sweethearts? Wow.
Yeah.
They got kids together?
Yeah.
They love each other still?
I haven't asked. I assume.
Oh.
But I guess
No outside children?
No, like
him or her having outside babies?
Mm.
That's good.
It's beautiful.
Love is love. I love love. I was thinking about this today. I love love, like, and I think that's one of my problems. I don't like not loving. So no matter what happens, like whoever in my past, I will always like love them to death. Does not matter. So yeah, just no. I think that's a bad thing also, because I'm just like, sometimes you need to just let people go, but it doesn't matter who it is. I don't burn bridges per se, which is not always the best thing. Some things have run their course and are done, but I just love to love, and once I love you forever.
Maybe it's like you could hold them in a good light, but you don't like maintain something,
right? Right. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that in the shower today.
Yeah, I think it's possible to hold someone in a good light and like maintain a healthy boundary.
I don't know anything about healthy boundaries. I think it's the problem. All my boundaries are unhealthy. They're unwell. I'm unwell.
Well, at least she's not a Swiftie. She channels her need for therapy into other things.
Yes.
So I don't know what the answer is. Someone who
thanks a lot. This was my
polar opposite.
Right, you're like, I'm done.
Yeah. Never speak to me again. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I thought about that today, and I'm like, why am I like that? I didn't have like anything like somebody would leave my life, and I was like, oh, I need to love everybody forever, or like, I don't know.
Maybe it's going back again to your good family dynamic. That shit can really mess you up, even if you have a good family dynamic. Like if you don't,
right?
But
I
don't know. I think there's a lot to be said for like your childhood and how things happen to you and what you bring into your adult life, and you don't even realize it.
Very true.
So
I need to lay on somebody's couch. I need to lie down.
If any,
I'm unwell.
Unwell. Maybe that's what we should have called this.
Oh yeah, we're unwell. We can always change it.
We really could. It's the first episode.
We're unwell.
Tell us what you like. JNS knows best.
Or we're unwell.
Unwell.
Close. It's kind of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, we literally made our email and all our social media.
We'll change it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
At 7 days for TikTok. Yeah, fuck that. Okay? We're not going to just subscribe to the patriarchy and their bullshit. Because that's exactly what it is. We'll save that for another episode, too.
That's another episode.
It might come up periodically in between, but... So, yeah. She's black and loves everyone from her past and has a good, wholesome family.
Yes.
I'm white.
She's white.
There are few people who have been in my life that my past that I still would speak to, and
That's
not
true.
a wholesome.
Few? I wouldn't say few. You have friends that you like known for
friends. Yeah, there are, but I also feel like I've had my falling out with.
Oh, you like to fall out.
I
fall out.
For a while there, I was on a fallout, and that led to my apology tour.
Which was a good tour. I like that tour.
Yeah,
I like that tour.
That was like the precursor to therapy tour. My apology tour. Yeah, so it was like I started to recognize where I made mistakes. Because there are certain things like obviously you look back and you're like, what? Ew.
She's disgusting.
Yeah, I hate her.
She was gross. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. And what seems obvious to you now, it wasn't obvious then.
It wasn't.
Just overlook it.
Right. Isn't that so weird though? When you look back, you're like, yo, what was I thinking? I was actually living in this and thought it was okay.
I know.
It was okay. I actually loved it. I was thriving.
Thriving. Then you have to forgive yourself and accept it.
Right.
And it's like, that's the tough part.
Yeah. Accepting it. To say, okay, that was who you were, and now you're not that
and you
anymore.
did this.
Yeah, you did it.
Right. I'm not that girl.
Right.
I'm not.
How is that going?
That is, for me, going really well. So I've been in therapy for 2 years. With the same, I lucked out the first time I had my first therapy meeting. I liked her, and I've never not liked her. And now I feel like I don't know what I would do without her. She had a baby, and I'm like, don't forget about your other baby. It's just really, really helpful. Even if I don't have something that's pressing, to be able to talk to her every other week and just talk through something really, I would say, fills my cup and makes me feel like I have a little something to kind of like chew on. And, you know, we've covered a number of topics, but it's absolutely helped me so much. I feel like I'm worlds away from the person maybe I have been at different points. And I feel like I'm finally really pulling it together at 36. So there's no...
You're in your pull it together era. Pulling it together. Here's the pulling it together. My shit is out of control, but I'm unwell, as I said. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm thriving in it.
Listen, you don't get to be funny
right.
if you haven't been through some shit.
Right. You don't have any jokes.
You don't have a joke.
You don't
get to be a 10
right.
and funny.
No.
So pick your battles. And I've always said,
Definitely.
I wouldn't change my sense of humor for the world. Not for a bigger butt. I'm working on it though. or anything.
No, definitely.
The trauma, she's made me who I am.
And she's hilarious. She's a hoot. She's a riot.
A downright hoot. And I also feel the same about you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean,
obviously.
Yeah.
Move my tiny mic away. I don't want that cough in the mic. Are people into that? If they are, I'll cough in the mic. Is that something?
Leave us a comment if you like
coughing in the mic.
And you're willing to pay for it.
Yes. We're also starting the OnlyFans.
Nice.
If you don't like the sweatshirts.
For a really a nominal fee.
It's chicks with tits.
Yeah.
Tits and chicks.
Cans for fans.
Yes.
Come find us.
Yes.
Cans for fans. If someone looks, shame on you. You look that up. If you thought even that you were going to look that up.
And see a titty. No, sir.
You're not.
Or ma'am. We don't discriminate.
We certainly don't.
Whoever.
Anybody.
Nominal fee. It's nominal.
It's really nominal.